All right, what's good? What's good? What's good? Another fine morning of boxing. This live stream should be fun. Jamel Herring, we're going to make you a special part of this show today. Do not take anything that I say about you, Jamel, personally. Please don't do it. I respect you. I think you're a good guy. I understand what you're trying to accomplish. I support you in your career. But you're going to take this tongue lashing because you was a smart ass. Yeah, you are. Try to pull a... You insulted me. You were polite. Then in the middle of your statement, you insulted me. And then you lied to me. You complimented me. Then you insulted me. Then you lied to me. Why, Jamel? Why? On Twitter. Why? I know why. Because you one of them fence-riding Negroes. You one of them fence-riding Negroes. And I've always known that you're one of them fence-riding Negroes. Fence rider. Not a coon. A fence rider. Mr. In-Between. Never fuck with Mr. In-Between. Lukewarm, dog. You lukewarm. You lukewarm, dog. You go any way the flow goes. So, don't take none of this personally, dog. But I got to expose your politeness, number one. Your politeness. We're going to work on that. We're going to talk about that politeness, which ain't nothing but hate. And you thinking you slick. Dog, you being polite to me and saying you respect me don't make me believe that you respect me nor like me. Seriously. All it tells me is you're trying to tell me that you do. Or people listening so that they will have a tone that's a positive tone. Okay, we'll take a positive tone then. See, because I believe in that. I believe in that. If you come at me aggressively, I'm coming at you aggressively. If you come at me politely, I'm going to come at you politely. If you're a killer, I'm going to be a killer. Just how it goes. If a broad's a lover, I'm a lover. If a nigga's a killer, I'm a killer. It's what it is. You know what I mean? That's what it is. So, with you being polite and all, I was always polite and respectful to you. Because you never said anything to me that would make me be anything but that. Until today. Yesterday, when you left that post on Twitter, which again, polite, followed by an insult, third, a lie. So, the politeness, that just means you one of these lukewarm dudes that want to deflect all the energy. You know what I mean? Hoping you can slip by on politeness. You're not going to slip by on politeness. So let's get to the insult. You call me a conspiracy theorist. Sure, okay. I can conceive of a conspiracy. Absolutely, I can. The one you said you were going to have. Absolutely. You said that you were going to drop your mandatory and go fight Oscar Valdez. You're going to drop your belt, WBO belt, and go fight Oscar Valdez. That is a conspiracy. You know why? Because it's two or more people. It's you, Oscar Valdez, and Bob Arum conspiring to skip Shakur Stevenson as the mandatory because you're going to drop the belt. That's a conspiracy, sir. And you said it yourself. Read the definition of conspiracy. It is a plan between two or more people. If you're by yourself, it's not a conspiracy. You and somebody else, that's a conspiracy. Conspiracy to do what? Conspiracy not to fight Jamel Harris, not to fight Shakur Stevenson as the mandatory. You're going to drop the belt. That's a duck. You're conspiring to duck him. So yes, I'm a conspiracy theorist. That's a conspiracy. Go look it up in a dictionary. Look it up. I promise you that's what a conspiracy is. It's a plan to do something with two or more people. You conspire. Oh, let's conspire to go to the store and steal some candy. How are we going to steal the candy? I'm going to go in and buy a pack of bubble gum, and I'm going to distract the guy and say, "Oh, what is that over there?" And right when you do that, he's not looking at the camera. You're going to scoop all that shit and put it in your bag. And then I'm going to buy the bubble gum. You're going to slide out. And then we'll get all that shit. That's a conspiracy. Conspiracy to steal bubble gum. Or to steal whatever the fuck he stole by buying that bubble gum. That's conspiracy, sir. Conspiracy. So you and Bob Arum say, hey, let's drop the WBO, because you know Shakur ain't going to be happy about that shit. He don't want to fight for a vacant belt. He wants to beat the guy that's the champion. Because there's cachet in beating the champion. Of course conspiracies be real. That's just some cornball shit people say to try to make it look like a nut while they tell you something that they're doing. Absolutely, you're conspiring to duck that man. No doubt about it. You said it yourself. You said it. So how am I being a conspiracy? I don't have to theorize. I don't have to theorize. You said it. And in fact, you're the conspiracy theorist because you came up with a theory to conspire with somebody else to duck him. Nah, you're ducking, dog. You're ducking. Now, let's get to the lie part of it. The lie. Flat out, what the fuck was that type lie? He says that I'm going there to be because, hey, why would I fight Shakur when I have a chance to be a mandatory? I know when I got a chance to be lineal. What? Oscar Valdez is not the lineal champion. What are you talking about? Oscar Valdez is not the lineal champion. He just got that belt off Miguel Berchelt. And Miguel Berchelt wasn't no lineal champion. What? Neither one of them are the best at that division. They're the third and fourth best guys in the division. There is no lineal, and it's not even a real weight. It's not even a historic weight class. That's 130. What lineage? Back to 1980? I mean, what, back to 1980? Seriously, when did the lineage of that weight class start? It's 130. It's not 135 or 126. The ones that have always been there, you know, the ones that have been there since the 1700s or whatever, or no, the early 1900s. Those are the weight classes. 8 of them. All those other ones don't have lineages. They're in between. So no, first of all, there's no lineage there at that weight class. The lineage is at the weight class above and the weight class below, because those are the traditional weight classes. What you're at is a catch weight for lightweight. So I'm sorry, dog. Your lineage goes back to the lightweights, because that whole weight class used to be in lightweight. And those guys were lightweight champions. So I'm like, dude, I don't think there is any lineage in those in-between classes. What lineage? Are you going to be the lineal bridgerweight champion? Seriously. You know, the guy that wins the first bridgerweight is going to be the lineal bridgerweight champion. He'll be a lineal, which is better than undisputed. At bridgerweight, you just made that shit up. They just made those weight classes up, dog. Though they just made that shit, them weight classes up, dog. So there ain't no lineage there at 130. The lineage goes to the 135 lineal champ, if anything. But anyway, Exactly, the lineal bridgerweight champ. He's I'm not going to fight Deontay Wilder. I have a chance to be the bridgerweight lineal champion. Man, get all the way the fuck up out of here, man. Just get out. I'm sorry, dog. Get out of my office with that shit. Get out of my office. And it's not even true. You know what it is? It's the ring belt. That's what he's going to try to get. He says Oscar Valdez is number 1. He's number 3. If those two guys fight, then they should be the ring champion, not the lineal champion. And we got to keep going through this over and over again with top-ranked fighters. See, that's why I'm not going to go so hard on Jamel, because I know it's some top-ranked pug that is trying not to let me go in on them. So they send their front dog, Jamal Herring, over there to talk to me on Twitter. Jamel, you're not supposed to talk to me, dog. You're not. You're supposed to act just like Terence Crawford acts, like I don't exist. Dog, you're a champion. Don't talk to me. I don't interview people. I don't do all that shit. Don't do that. I don't tag you on shit that's bad. None of that. Because you're a boxer. Stay your ass in the ring. I'm out here on the streets doing what the fuck I do. Talking boxing. Let me be out here doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Just let me be out here doing what I'm doing. And you be there doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? No need. I'm going to respect you. I'm the only dude doing videos about you. Me. How many niggas you know do Jamal Herring videos on any regular basis? I make sure I do one a month, at least, because I like you. Not high-paying videos that I want to do because I want your name out there. And I speak politely. But, dog, don't come out here calling me a conspiracy theorist for some shit you said. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You said that shit, dog. You are doing that shit. That takes a conversation between two or more people. And just in case you don't believe it, let me go to Google. Definition of a conspiracy by law. We'll do by law. An agreement between two or more people to commit an illegal act with an intent to achieve the agreement's goal. Yeah, damn it. How long, dog? Where did I start? Muted. I was lightning a niggas, dog. God dang it. A minute ago. God dang it. All right, where was I? Because I was lightning them, dog. Man, shut up, Jack Runner. With no goddamn conspiracy. Thank you. See, Jack Runner, you get thrown out of here, dog. Nah, Jack, you're out. You're out. Misinformation, dog. You're a hater. Tunnel vision. A long damn time. All right. Let me go to the definition of conspiracy. We'll run through it. All right, so, yeah, because that's when I move this shit. Definition of conspiracy is this: by law. You right? Got it? By law. An agreement between two or more people to commit an illegal act, along with an intent to achieve the agreement's goal. Most U.S. jurisdictions also require an overt act towards the furtherance of the agreement. For dumb niggas, let me tell you what that means. It's an and what part of this goes with Jamel Herring. An agreement between two or more people. Let me give you the two people. The two people, because that's called an element of a crime, right? These are the three elements. An agreement between two or more people to commit an illegal act. Well, actually, yeah. So you got to prove that it's two or more people and that the act itself is illegal. For our purposes, we'll just say it's a bitch-ass nigga move, okay? We'll change that definition to an agreement between two or more people to commit a bitch-ass nigga move, along with the intent to achieve the agreement's goal. So, in boxing parlance, an agreement between two or more niggas to commit a bullshit nigga act, along with the intent to be a bullshit nigga in actuality. Now, most U.S. jurisdictions, so most boxing niggas, also require an overt act. Overt means to actually do something that you can see that is observable by somebody else. An overt act, like speaking. And in this case, Jamel Herring said it. So since he said that was his intention, that is an overt act to commit a bullshit, to do some bullshit nigga shit. And it was agreed upon by two or more people, him and Bob Arum at the least, trying to get Oscar Valdez to agree to it, which is an entirely different subject, because if you drop your belt, why in the world would Oscar Valdez want to fight you? Let's look at that. Why would you dropped your belt? Why do I want to fight you? Just to fight you? For my belt? And if I beat you, I don't get anything? I don't get your belt? Why would I want to do that? I'm going to beat you, is the answer to that one. Oscar Valdez is going to beat him. I got it a 60-40 fight. Oscar Valdez is going to beat him. So do you know what that means to me? If Oscar Valdez accepts it, that's as good as Jamel Herring selling him his belt. Telling you, that's as good as Jamel Herring selling Oscar Valdez. No, not even his belt. The fuck? Shit don't make no sense. Shit don't make no sense unless it's something Bob wants. And Bob promised Jamel more money. That shit is a duck and a conspiracy to duck by definition. See what you get for being smart, Jamel? See what you get for being cute? Now, polite, you get polite. When you got cute, I got cuter. I'm better looking, nigga. What can I say? Don't get cute with a nigga cuter than you. I won't box you. You don't get cute with me. How about that? Just a thought. Only niggas should be getting cute with me are niggas prettier than me. And you ain't prettier than me, nigga, in any definition, if you get my drift. Really. I am. So, stop it. Now, let's get to the lie. Why you lying about the lineal championship? That's a flat-out lie. To justify it. So, not only did you accuse me of doing something that you're actually doing, you then turned around and lied about your justification for doing it, which is that you were going to be lineal. despite the fact that you dropped your belt. If you drop your championship, vacate your championship, why should you qualify as somebody fighting for lineal? No, not Shakur, Jamel. Jamel is ducking Shakur. Oscar Valdez, if he fights Jamel when he drops the belt, is ducking Shakur. Plain and simple. And I don't want to hear shit else. No joke. No joke. That's what's going on, dog. And it's out of Jamel Herring's own mouth. So again, please don't get cute, dog. I wouldn't have done that. All I would have said is fight the guy. I wouldn't have said, why you lying? Now I got to look at everything you say like you lying. Every time. Is he lying? Go look at it. Because you said, if I get the chance to be in lineal, I was like, what? First of all, this is 130. What lineal? What lineal at 130? The lineage at 130 is at 135. Seriously. 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 Everybody that fought at the weight of 130 in 1960 were fighting at 135. Or they were draining down to go to 126 because there was no 130. So if boxing for 130 years at least did not have that division, really, what, 17, all the 1800s, all the way to like, say, 1980. Let me see when that weight class was actually recognized. What do you call that shit? Super featherweight? Super featherweight champion. Let's see. List of world super featherweight boxing champions. 1921. That's super featherweight. World. That ended in 1968, so no. There's no lineage there, dog. That's 1967, so that's gone. 1963. So 1963. But when did it really, and it's all Japanese cats. All the way to Rafael Gomez, Roger Mayweather. So it became official really in like 1983. So 1983 with Roger Mayweather. Roger Mayweather. 1983 with Roger Mayweather. Stop. You have a lineage that goes back to Roger Mayweather, legitimately. Or back to 1962. So, boxing was around for 160 years before that shit showed up. The first 160 years, everybody was either at featherweight or they were at lightweight. So no, dog, I'm not going for that lineage stuff at all. You're just ducking the kid. And you're doing it for whatever reason you're doing it. Maybe the lineal championship means more money for you or something. Like they're going to give you a bonus because it's the lineal or the ring, because it's the ring. But how can the ring justify giving you that belt if you dropped yours? And let's look at the ring rankings, because they say you got to be unavailable. So maybe they're saying ring, magazine, belt. Let's go to ring. Man, the ring magazine is not important. Whatever, nigga. That shit is not. I don't even get why people get hyped about. Man, what the fuck? Anyway, I don't know what's going on with that. I ain't get into that. Anyway, let's get back to this. My man, producer TV said Valdez said he wants Tank. Crazy him and Herring ducking Shakur, but he fights Davis. He will get stopped, in my opinion. He's not going to get that fight. So Valdez asking for that fight is just bumping his lips. Valdez ain't getting that fight. That's Top Rank and Floyd Mayweather. They're not going to make that fight, dude. That's why they'll go to Oscar Valdez at 140. That's why they're going to 140. Because they're not going to fight the guys at 135. Why? Because those guys at 135 ain't really trying to fight him, number one. And number two, the money ain't with those guys. Or they got to split that money. They got to split the money with Bob Arum. And Floyd Mayweather don't get along with Bob Arum. I mean, they'll do some fights on some lower level fights. But higher level fights with shit that matters? Come on, man. And on top of it, you believe that that Bob Arum is going to feed Oscar Valdez to Gervonta Davis? That's murder. You know what I'm saying? That's murder. He will mop that boy. Mop him. Knock him out for sure. So how does that make that dude the top guy at 130? That's just shit is just silly, man. Seriously. This shit is just silly. You would have arguably the fourth and fifth best guys at that division fighting to be the lineal champion. Fourth or fifth best guys. Because at 130, I'll take JoJo Diaz if he comes back as better than both those dudes. I'll definitely take Tank better than both those dudes. Gervonta Davis better than both those dudes. Who's the other guy at 130? So maybe the third and fourth best. No. Because third and fourth best. Third and fourth best. If I did my divisional rankings, the best guy in that division, in my opinion, is Gervonta Davis. Second best dude in that division is Shakur Stevenson. Yeah, Chris Colbert too. Chris Colbert will beat both those dudes. So there's Chris Colbert too. Tevin Farmer. Absolutely. Tevin Farmer too. I'll take Tevin Farmer over Oscar Valdez. Nah, I won't. I'll take both. I might take Tevin and Jamel. I'll take Tevin over Jamel. I'm not taking Tevin over Oscar Valdez though. I think Oscar Valdez will get him. But JoJo Diaz, Tank, Shakur Stevenson, Chris Colbert for sure. For sure. And Gary if he moved up. Absolutely. Gary if he moves up beats both of those dudes. Both of them. So no, I'm just not buying that shit. I just think they're not trying to get that shine that Bob Arum ain't going to make the fight. Why? You're the picture of the cat with a drunk fat man. You got the drunk fat man over there. Why? Chris Colbert, easy money over Oscar Valdez. Easy money. 12-round shutout. Gary, hey, what weight does Gary Antoine fight at? What fight does Gary Antoine Russell fight at? Isn't he 130? Gary Antoine Russell? Or is he 122? I'll take Gary Antoine Russell over both of them. I'll take Gary Antoine Russell over both of them. Let's get to the subject matter of the video. Sorry, Jamel, you had to be made part of the show. Don't do that lineal shit. We got Tyson Fury on that shit. He don't even float that shit no more. He don't float that shit. How often you hear that nigga talking about lineal? Man, we put a stomping mud hole in that one. Ben Israel said, Fannon, shalom, keep that fire burning, 100, bunch of hundreds. Thank you, sir. I thought one of them were at 140. Yeah, but that's another one. I'm talking about the one with the braids, the lighter skin one with the braids. They both lighter skin, but One got an afro and fights in 140, and the other one fights below him, I do believe, at 130. Not 135, but 130. Fat ass Fury. Cheating ass Fury. So, Bob Arum. Oh, he's at 118? Okay, he's at 118, so that's off. I'll tell you, hey, I want to see him in Monster. No joke. But, subject matter of the video. What happened to the predictions, man? It's Tuesday. And you ain't nowhere close getting the deal done. Either one of you. Last week, Bomac said they had a big announcement coming the week before last. Bomac said he got a big announcement coming last week. Only thing we heard is Manny Pacquiao laughing at him. At 140. Yeah, they got a couple of them, though. One is at 140, then one is at 118, one is at 126. Oh, okay, you mean Gary Antonio Russell. Okay, thank you. Sorry. Gary Antonio Russell. Antoine, okay, Antonio and Antoine. So Antonio is at 118 and Antoine is at 140. And Antoine is at 140. Okay, cool, I got you. Thank you very much. Both those dudes can fight, man. Both those dudes can fight. Oh, to the max. Shout out to my man, Big Ja. Always, he don't sponsor me. Free commercial. To the max. He had some shit on his channel the other day, dog. That shit is classic, man. That is some fucking classic humor, dude. Classic humor, man. Classic humor. Antonio is 118. Thank you. So Antonio at 118. That's what I mean. I mean Gary Antonio Russell. But so neither one of those are in that weight class. But if Gary moves up, I'll take Gary. Easy. But again, whatever. I want to know who Terence Crawford's going to fight, man. When are they going to announce this guy that is going to be a bum? When are they going to announce it, man? It is just a vape. It is Red Mango Max Air Bar. So since it says Max on it, I always think of my man Big Ja, who says to the max. That's his cash line. To the max. Are the Klitschos the best boxing brothers ever? I don't know. I'd have to look at that. No. Yes. Yeah, they're better than the Spinks. I would say they're better than the Spinks. They might be. Oh, yeah, they might be. But Jamel and them niggas can catch them. If they were given their respect, Jamel and Jamal definitely have the chance to do that. They just, because Jamel unifies, and if Jamal is given a chance to beat Canelo and them, then I think it may be, it'll be the Charlos if they get the fight. It could be. Right now, I would say the Klitschkos. You know what I mean? I mean, you got to give them respect for a 13-year reign or for as long as Vladimir was champion. And I think as long as Vitaly was the best heavyweight, because in my opinion, Vitaly was the best heavyweight. In my opinion, Vitaly was the better of the two. But, you know, as of now, they're probably the most accomplished, unless there's some guys in the earlier eras of boxing that were better. Somebody would have to tell me that. Rashid Jones, do you like Jaron Ennis? I think dude gonna be a problem at 147, and he's only 23. Yeah, I like him a lot, man. I think he's a top 3 welterweight right now. I think he's a top 3 welterweight. Him, Terence Crawford, and after that, dude, I think he and Terence Crawford are the only ones that got a chance to beat him. I don't think Sean Porter got a chance to beat him. I don't think Danny Garcia got a chance to beat him. Man, I don't think Manny Pacquiao got a chance to beat him. Mikey Garcia, I don't think he has a chance to beat him. Only guy that I think really got Terence Crawford has a chance to beat him. I could be wrong about how I see that fight playing out. So, I could be wrong about that one. But honestly, dog, I think it's a very close fight between him and Terence Crawford. And I think it's a very close fight between him and Errol Spence. Yeah, the Spinks. But Leon was short. Leon had the amateur gold, and his heavyweight shit was short. So I would compare him to like a Vitaly. But I think that Vitaly's better than Leon. And then if you want to do Michael Spinks and compare him to Vladimir, that could be what's and what. What and what. Yeah, their family can fight. I mean, yeah, there's better families. Mayweather's a better family. Mayweather's a better family of boxers. You know what I mean? Without a doubt. Fannon, the entire Spinks family went undisputed. Yeah, because they were fighting at a time when there was only two belts. Come on, man. Terry, don't try that on me. Don't try that on me. Don't try to slip that in. If you try to slip that in on me, Terry, I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you. Cashman says Thurman don't want no smoke. Thurman will test Boots for real though. Yeah, he'll test him, but I think Boots wins. I think Boots wins that. Might stop him in the second half of the fight. But yeah, I mean because of his mobility. Thurman's mobility is something. I mean, he has excellent mobility, man. Excellent mobility. So, and I think he may, as far as like foot speed in the ring, he might have the best foot speed of anybody in there, man. Really. Him and Manny Pacquiao's got great foot speed too. Really? Terry? Let's see something. Terry, you worth this, Terry. Michael Spinks. Box wreck. I will box wreck this. For all you niggas that think you're supposed to memorize all this crap. You go, why? Yes, he did. He got all three. How did he get his third one? No, that's light heavyweight. No, never had it. Gotcha. Gotcha, Terry Schmoot. Oh, he got it. He did. He got that shit at light heavyweight. Damn. Terry Schmoot's right, because he got that shit at light heavyweight. I don't care, nigga. That's light heavyweight, dog. No, I like heavyweight. That was some good light heavyweights back then. Yeah, you're right, Terry. You're right, Terry. Nigga said, look it up. I should have known you were not stupid enough not to verify that shit before you said it. Touche, Terry Schmoot. That's why I rocks with you, Terry. That's why I rock with you. You are 100% correct on that, Terry. 100% correct. Ennis got tired in the 6th round. Not convinced yet. I need to see him in the 12th round fight. Elisanti. He knocked him out in the 6th. How did he get tired? You mean he got tired and knocked him out? Dog, he knocked him out like halfway through the 6th round, man. Come on, man. Come on, dog. That's when he knocked him out. In the 6th. Exactly. You're right. But I didn't debate you. I verified. I want that on the record. I want that on the record. I verified, dog. So don't come what you got me. I verified. I had enough respect to go and verify it. Because I was thinking heavyweight. I wasn't thinking light heavyweight. Wasn't really thinking light heavyweight. But come on, man. You know. That was like the IBO at the time. But he had both of them, though. So, yeah, he is. But I'm comparing him to Klitschko. Exactly. Ennis stood up every round and wasn't even out of breath after the fight. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Sean Porter's style is too much for Boots right now, but in due time, he will get Sean. Excuse me. Sean said he would not fight Jaron Ennis because he said, no, I'm going to leave that young monster for the young guys. So, sorry. Sean Porter already checked out. He already checked out. He said that fight's a no-go. Too young. Leave it to them other motherfuckers to fight him. Yeah, he stood up the whole time. He fights 4 minutes and sparring 12 rounds. That's why he doesn't sit down. Yeah, that dude, I mean, he's in tremendous shape. He's in tremendous shape, man. And he's extremely sharp. Very, very sharp fighter, man. Very sharp. Porter will put up a great fight and lose point blank, period. Absolutely. Dude is really good, man. I like the Boots versus Russell rematch. I got to see more of Boots. So I mean, I got to see more of Gary Russell, more of Antoine Russell, Gary Antoine Russell. I just have to see more. I've only seen him fight twice, so I got to see more fights. And like I said, if it's a situation where it's like that, I'll say that. I'll say it in a minute. I'll be like, oh, yeah, Gary Antoine Russell, yeah, him too. But you know how it goes. They got to actually get a chance. They got to actually get a chance to fight, man. You know, if they don't get a chance to fight, all that skill and all that stuff just sits right there, man. You know, that's why I'm so big on pushing. That's why I'm so big on pushing Jaron Ennis, man. I mean, dude, he's ready now. Seriously, he's ready now. I don't think he needs 2 years. I think he's ready now to fight those guys. After what I saw. Because it was just such a mismatch, dog. It was such a huge mismatch. That was not a close fight with a gatekeeper. He blew that gate down. Like, that dude is not on my level. Who's next? You know? Yeah, Gary Russell got too many political issues. Yeah, pretty much. Mr. Blackwell, can you explain to me why the IBO isn't acknowledged? I only see a belt at heavyweight. No, they've got belts at many other weights. They've got them in many other weights, but they've not been recognized as such because the general mainstream media has not accepted the belt. The way that the belts have been accepted, the way that the IBF was accepted, is because it had a major champion in Larry Holmes was the heavyweight champion, and he fought for the IBF. And then eventually people got the IBF, and the IBF was always mentioned with them. And then the same thing happened with the WBO. So there were periods of time when there are champions for the IBF where it wasn't a major belt. Same thing for the WBO. So like the WBO wasn't considered a major belt till really like, I want to say 2006. 2007 is when I thought that it really, people are like, oh, the WBO. But really, the WBO has never really got over the hump, in my opinion. I mean, the reason it's considered a major championship belt is because Top Rank and the press push it as that. But the way that they behave, it seems like, no, it's not. Like, nobody expected for Jaime Munguia or Teixeira to fight Jamel Charlo. You know, Brian Castano eventually forced a mandatory on him and got that fight and beat Teixeira. You know, but I think that's kind of like for them to recognize the IBO. You know what I mean? Like the IBO needs to have somebody with the PBC to have their belt because it's so obvious when none of the best fighters are in their rankings. You know what I mean? Like really. All of those sanctioning bodies are garbage. That's something that Blood Boxing talks about all the time. They're absolute garbage. Because if you were just ranking people, just ranking them, you would rank the people that you thought were the best and just rank them. You know, that's the credit that I'll say that with Ring and ESP, you know, Ring magazine, at least they rank them, you know, based on the fighters that are out there. I think doing that is a smart thing, but they just don't have no say so because they don't put on fights. They're a bunch of boxing writers telling you who they think is the best, and they take a vote, and that vote wins. But if you, like any vote, if you pad the stats, if you stack things, you can win your vote. And they are stacked with heavy. Come on, man. Monster Inoue? Monster Inoue? Sorry, man. Sorry. You're promoting those guys. They're using that stuff as a way to promote fighters. Black Parent in the building, man. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. Thank you very much. Because this money that you guys donate goes to supporting the Instagram channel, and it's essential to the channel. Thank you guys very much to the cats, the two cats that left the super chats today. Thank you very much. And I apologize for not reading the super chats over the last couple days. You know, at the end of the month, I apologize for that, man. Oh, but anyway, back to the subject matter at hand, man. Back to the subject matter at hand. Top Rank for their two biggest fighters, three biggest fighters. One, they got outbid, they got pushed to purse bid, and that negotiation went sour on them, and they lost the fight for one. Hey, thanks, Black Parent. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. I've been more boxing over the last couple days, though. I've been making sure that I've stayed strictly on boxing. Except for, you know, a little bit with Jamel Herring, man. That shit is ridiculous, dog. What you talking about, Austin Trout? Yeah, but why Austin Trout? That would be a good fight if he fought in 147, though. If he fought Austin Trout in like 3 months, if he fought him in 3 months, that would be a good fight. I would like that. Like because he's not going to get one of those guys next, so he might as well stay busy. If he goes and if they were able to get Austin Trout to fight at 147, I think that would be a good fight. He'll knock out Austin Trout though, but it'll be a good fight. A southpaw, shifty fighter, experienced champion. I think it'll be a better fight, definitely a better fight than Sergey Lipinets, for sure. But you can't have Lara in Ennis because Lara, I think, moved to 160. I don't even think Lara's in 154 anymore. So Lara's like 2 weight classes up. I got 2 pins. This is CBD, and this is Red Mojito, just nicotine. I got a puffing habit, dog, so I puff a lot. Or I'll eat a lot. I either puff a lot or I'll eat a lot. So, you know, I'm puffing. That keeps me from eating and keeps me calm. Real calm. Love CBD, dog. The D8. What do you have, the D8? Delta 8? I fucks with that Delta 8. We have to see Boots in deep water under pressure. That's what makes or breaks a fighter. All right, Juan Vaughn. When have you seen Terence Crawford in deep water? When have you seen Canelo Alvarez in deep water? Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, when have you seen Canelo in deep water? I've seen Floyd in the deep water once. Twice. No, once. Only once. I've only seen him in what I would call the deep waters where you're banging and you're tired and it's like, woo! Nah. Floyd Mayweather Jr. floated on deep water. Didn't matter. He's just floating in the water. Don't matter. He's taking you into deep water. He's not in deep water, though. You know what I'm saying? He's floating. Your ass is drowning. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Because you're tired. He's sitting there like, and he's going to drown you. Because you're going to bloop, 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 drown. Marquez? No. Marquez was like almost one-sided. Juan Manuel Marquez was almost one. What do you say? Vapor products stop shipping in a month? Why? I would be shocked if that happened. Them shits is in every gas station in the country. I would be shocked if that happened. Why would you say that? Yeah, it was one-sided. He got hurt. I don't think he was in the deep water against Gamboa. Gamboa was a one-sided fight, dog. He just got hit. Maybe he was against like Felix Diaz. Maybe Felix Diaz. But no, I don't think anybody. I just don't think anybody's ever done that to Terence Crawford. I don't. Nothing that I've seen. So, you know, Ennis might not get into deep water at 147, quite honestly. Seriously. When has Errol Spence Jr. been in deep water? Pact Act? That would be fucked up. It's all right, though. I got Delta 8 cigarettes. I'll just be getting Delta 8 cigarettes then. If the vape shit stops, I just get the cigarettes. They got the CBD cigarettes. Fannon, do you think boxing leagues such as UFC for MMA would be good for the sport? Yeah, I think so. It would be good. Really, it'd be great for the sport, actually. It'd be the best thing you could do for the sport. I think. Nah. Maybe Sean Porter. I thought he was more in control of that fight than people said. I don't think he was ever in any trouble. You know? I don't think he was ever in any trouble, man. I don't. But yeah, that was a tough fight. That was a good back and forth. So yeah, if you want to say that, then okay. I just don't think it didn't look like it to me. But anyway, I could be wrong about that. Okay, I could be wrong about that. He did have to grit. He did have to grind. So yeah, if you want to call that the deep water, that's cool. I'll go with that. You know what I mean? Spence was for a round against Kell Brook before he was washed. Yeah, that's a very, very good point, Be Easy. Yeah, before he got washed. But, you know, what would be the deep waters? Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury won. That's the deep waters in round 12. When he knocked him down, that's the 12th water. That's the 12. That's the deep waters. That's the deep waters. Yeah. I think that's the deep waters, man. I think it was a choice for Errol against Porter. He could have boxed from the outside if he wanted to. I think he probably was a matter of his conditioning. Because I don't think you can get all your conditioning back that fast in one fight. I really like what I see from Errol Spence Jr. right now, though. As far as his conditioning, he looks like he looks fit, man. He looks fit. He looks conditioned. He looks ready to go. Wilder lives and kills in deep waters. Yeah, man, that dude be in the deep water, man. And relaxed in it, too. Relaxed in it. Heavyweights stay in the deep waters, though. Heavyweights stay in the deep waters. They in the deep waters the whole time, actually. Them heavyweights, Man, damn near the whole time. Because they're in there with a guy that'll knock you the fuck out. Anytime you're in there with Anthony Joshua, dog, you're in the deep waters. Andy Ruiz, too. Because, dog, you get hit, you go bye-bye. You know, you can get bye-byed. So I think they're just inherently in the deep waters, man. You know, inherently in the deep waters. Tyson, that's why Tyson Fury's ass be cheating. Dog, he cheated. He cheated. Mike Bison, he cheated. He got hit flush one time, and he rolled it. Once. He got hit once, and he rolled it. Fuck up out of here, dog. He cheated. He cheated in that fight. Cheated. He cheated. Arrow was in deep waters against Brooks. I don't think so. He started wearing on his ass. I'll tell you what for sure. Nah, he was never hurt against him. What do you think about YouTubers who don't think he cheated, that they're wrong? That they're wrong? Or they're lying to you? Either one. But everybody knows he cheated. There isn't a YouTuber out there that doesn't think he cheated. Seriously. You don't know anybody that doesn't think he cheated. The only question is, what time are you talking about? That's it. Everybody knows he cheated when he got tested for positive and suspended for steroids. And he admitted that everybody in boxing was on steroids before he tested positive for steroids. So I would say that everybody knows that he's cheating because he served a suspension for it. There you go. Similarly, everybody knows that Canelo Alvarez cheated. He tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. Everybody knows Lance Armstrong cheated because he tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. Everybody knows that Dillian White cheated because he tested positive twice for performance-enhancing drugs. Everybody knows that Sammy Sosa cheated because he tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs, as well as Mark McGuire. Would you like more people that have tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs? Huh? There's a channel, the only boxing channel. What is this? That's Neely Fuller Jr. Man, hey, dog, you my nigga. No, don't worry about that shit. I saw what you said. Don't worry about that, man. Black Preacher Man. What about once a cheater, always a cheater? Exactly. So everybody knows he cheated. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. So what's the mystery? He's a cheater. Absolutely a cheater, man. Absolutely a cheater. Oh, Castillo versus Corrales. 1. That's deep waters. That's the deep waters. Yes, sirree, Bob. Floyd Mayweather versus Castillo, Jose Luis Castillo. That's the deep waters, man. Those are the deep waters, man. What's going on, Daniel Gallimore? How you feeling, man? I uppercut myself. Failed tests don't mean they cheated. VOD ain't perfect. Yes, it does. It means they cheated, homie. He has a B sample, dog. It means you cheated. Absolutely, it means you cheated. What do you mean? You cheated. You got suspended. You cheated. What are you supposed to say? Nobody ever cheated? You know what I mean? But you don't believe the steroids. How about the glove, the detached thumb in the glove with Christian Hamer? The same fight that he tested positive for. The same one. Stop. Okay, then what about the glove? One uppercut myself. Exactly. He tested positive twice. Stop. He cheated, man. Yes. That's what that nigga said. Hey, Southern T Boxing. Love your guns. God dog, them motherfuckers is big, nigga. What are you trying to kill? God damn. Southern T Boxing, dog. I saw your shit, dog. Lord have mercy, homie. If that's not you and I'm mixing it up and I'm messing you up, dog, I could have sworn you the one. If you roll one, yeah, nigga. God damn, you trying to take out a city fucking block. God damn. That nigga got ARs, nigga, big ones. Damn. I was like, what the fuck? All right, niggas. I'm trying to tell you. Do not roll up in near that nigga's house. No way, dog. Lord have mercy, dog. You say, gotta stay strapped, OG. Yeah, exactly. You do. You do. You do. You do. But damn, strapped is one thing, nigga. You ain't strapped, nigga. You are militarized, nigga. Your ass is militarized. Fuck that. Nigga, you ain't strapped, nigga. You are a war zone, nigga. That is a motherfucking war zone, nigga, you got going on. Fuck the fallout. Clear them all out, nigga. Nigga, this nigga shit look like fuck the fallout. Clear them all out. Dog, you gotta hold this shit like this. That banana clip ain't no joke, nigga. I'm just trying to tell you, man, that nigga had. Hey, yo, two shits that I respect, nigga. I'm telling you, no joke, dog. No joke, dog. Bullshit. You can only shoot it two at a time. Hell no. Let me tell you something. With that nigga's arsenal and 5 niggas, you can hold 10 at a time, nigga. Hell no. No. I said the nigga is militarized. I mean, if that nigga has anybody around him that nigga trusts, Lord, nigga, he'll light up the whole damn. I respect that, man. I respect that shit, nigga. Literally and figuratively, nigga, I respect that shit. I respect that shit, nigga. Woo-wee. I respect that. The other cats that I respect are the ones with the knives. I'm telling you, niggas with too many knives, dog, you got to respect that nigga. Like, you got to stay away from him. Literally, nigga. Because I told you, my cousin Nicky got them knives. He'll hit that shit from a distance. Bow. Bow. Out in the backyard sticking trees. Bow. Them shits go, nigga. He can get you from a minute with that bitch. For real. He can get you from over there. You think you ain't running from that? Get you right there. He said them knives, dude's dangerous. Dog, he'll get you running, nigga. Easy. And you can carry a lot of them. Them stars, he'll hit you with them stars. He got stars. He carried stars. He carried... them nunchucks is bullshit, nigga. Like, I used to rock nunchucks. Like, I ain't fighting no nigga with no nunchucks. For what? Give me a stick. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just have a solid stick, nigga, than them nunchucks. But them fucking them stars ain't no joke, nigga. Boom. Them shits will rip you, nigga, from a minute away. So they'll bury that shit right in your chest. Nope, I fucks not with that, dog. Nope, never bring knives to gunfights. Nope. Absolutely not, man. But I'm saying that's just how Cassie, it's what they be on, man. He said it's a personal event with a knife. Yeah, dog, that shit is no. Don't like that shit around me, dog. Don't like none of that shit around me. Exactly, said unless the gunner. Oh, but dude, they'll get you, dude, because they can get you in a bathroom, nigga, and be out. That's what that shit's about. Personal opinion is that it's both. However, the best way to get a nigga is quietly. That's the best way to get a nigga is quietly. So they're going to get your ass quietly while the boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? No need for boom, boom, boom when you got slice. What? And it's coming with me. And it comes with, ain't no traces. It's coming with me. Right back. And they out. Only worse niggas than that, I'm telling you. Them nurses. That's the shit that's just like, come on now. Really? You gonna get niggas in hospitals, homie? Like, you go, yeah, the silencer? Yeah. But I don't really fuck with guns. I don't see that's y'all, nigga. That ain't me. I'll do the pen, nigga. Mine is the pen. Mine is the pen. The pen beats all of that. Pen wrap up your whole city in misery. You know what I'm saying? The pen will wrap up your whole city in misery, homeboy. In absolute misery. So, nah, dog. The pen is mightier than the sword because the pen gets all the guns. And when you can be overt, like with the police and things like that, you know, said we need pens, OG. Exactly. I got you on the pens. We got law firms, nigga. Trust me. Southern T. We got you on the pens. We got law firms. Bunches of them. Shitloads of them. We got you on the pen. We got you on the pen, nigga. Vicious with a pen, nigga. I'm vicious with a pen, nigga. Throw on your ass with a pen, nigga. Easy. Easy work with a pen. Easy work. The only question is, you know, when you got the pen, you got to have everything else too. Got to have everything else too. That's why I fucks with you, Southern T. See, I got the pen. See, this is imaginary. None of this is true. This is all imaginary, people. Jokes, ha, 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 jokes. I'm a lawyer. He's a gun aficionado. He's a gun aficionado, and I'm a lawyer. So I say, hey, nigga, can I live next door to your arsenal? Hey, I just want to let you know, I'm going to buy a house right next to yours, and I'm moving in. So, but please keep your arsenal. I don't want an arsenal. I just need you to have an arsenal. And if you got any problems, nigga, with a pen, holla at your boy. You got a contract? Oh, all jokes aside. I got a business. I'm doing business. Oh, yeah, it's a disclaimer. It's fantasy. It's all fantasy. Because it's a lead in to the fact, seriously, though. So many people are asking me about business that I am going to open a business consultancy on Patreon. So if you're a member of the Patreon, right, I'm going to be doing live streams exclusively on Patreon about if you want to talk about the mystic shit, I'm going to have a mystic, for the lack of a better term, mystic lectures on religion, magic, theology. I'm going to have that shit on one live stream that I'm going to do, right? And then the other live stream, I'm going to do business consultations. So if you guys come to the business, you'll also have my personal phone number to call me, and I'll walk you through any of your business shit. So if you need to do, if you got a job, how do I join? Just go to Patreon and join on Patreon. And then I'm going to do the live streams. My live streams, I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to start a tomorrow live stream probably around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm going to do a member. It's not going to be members only. It's going to be available on the Patreon. And I think that's how I do it. I think I do and the only thing that's holding me up is and I shouldn't take too long. I'm going to figure out how to, just make sure I set that up. Yeah, man. Let the trolls take the blue pill. Yeah, man. Let them take the blue pill. Exactly, D-Rock. Says, sounds like a great deal. You got the pen, I got the guns. Let's get it. What the fuck else you need in life, dog? Said, thanks. I was wondering about the Patreon. Martin's advice is top notch. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Yeah, man, I've been doing like the Patreon nuke is why I did the business consultation for you. You know what I mean? That's why I'm not saying I'm not going to, you know what I mean? You're a Patreon, so that's why we had that conversation. So, and I do that for people, but now I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it for the Patreons. And for specific deals, I'll probably charge a little more for like real, like if you want me to like be on your board of advisors, like that level of conversation where it's like, okay, I'll give you advice or consult you through the growth of the business. I'll be willing to do that as well. Patreon is $10. It's $10 a month, D-Rock. $10 a month. And if you're a Patreon, like I said, as a Patreon, you're grandfathered in to all of that shit. What good is a gun or a pen without power? If you have the gun and the pen, you have the power. Because you take the land. Political science discussion. If you have all the guns and you have all the lawyers, you'll run the world. All you need is all the guns. And the pen organizes people. That's it. If you have the pen and the gun, right? Rock, paper, scissors. Right? Scissors and paper. Pen writes on paper. Rock, paper, scissors. Guns are the scissors. Rock are the people. Paper is the law. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock beats paper, covers the people. Guns cut the paper. Rock, paper, scissors. That is a trifecta. 1, 2, 3. Rock, paper, scissors. That is the balance of power. Rock, paper, scissors. Do you have the rock? Yes, we got the people. We got 50 million people. We got the people. Do you have the scissors? The weapons? Yes, we got the weapons. No worries. Weapons, go cut paper. If you got the scissors, the weapons, and the paper, which could also be money, but I say the law is written on paper. If you have the guns and the law, you'll dominate the people because you just wrap them up in the paper, in the law. But if you got all the guns and all the scissors, there's no law. As you know, when they just bum rush your capital. What law? We bum rush the capital. That's what the militias tell you. In a minute. We got 300 million people. We'll just bum rush the capital. How are you going to prevent that? Oh, by the law. And respect for the law, because the law has guns. Not complicated. Not complicated. I'm telling you, sign up for the Patreon, nigga. I should have 300 Patreons. Easy. I should. I got 46. And the reason that I do all of this is because I talk to the 46 all the time. Everybody on that Patreon knows that they can call me knows that I will respond to specifically to their questions that they give me on Instagram. And I do that all of the time. So please join the Patreon. It would be greatly appreciated. And I will start producing content on there on a regular basis. But really the perks is the business. You just got to go to patreon.com and then sign up for Patreon. It's P-A-T. You go to Patreon. It's Patreon. It's spelled like that. Dealhound said, I'm unemployed right now. No unemployment. Can't afford any expense right now. But hey, Dealhound, if you're in that situation, all you got to do is go to Instagram, follow me on Instagram, and send me a note on Instagram. If you don't have the money, it's no problem, dude. If you have a piece of advice that you need, I'll answer your questions for you. You know what I mean? It's not like that. You know what I mean? It is a public service that I'm trying to do because I'm not charging anybody the money that I would charge. Because the money that I would charge is something like $250 an hour. So I don't expect anybody to pay me $250 an hour. I'm saying $10 a month. That's it. And if you take advantage of an hour a month, you get your money. Trust me. Trust me. I had a conversation, and I think that this is safe to say, with my man, Nuke Juice. Nuke Juice has been a Patreon for a while. I think I had a conversation with him that was worth the money that he paid on Patreon and the money that he did on the super chats. It all goes to the same place. Patreon, if you watch the videos and watch the ads, you know, I'll do that. That's what my Patreon is for. So that I can ask. Only thing I don't do, I do not talk religion and I do not talk spirituality on Patreon or individually. I don't do that. You got to go to your local priest for that. I'm not doing that shit. What I'll do is I'll give you my thoughts on subject matters, and then you're going to have your thoughts on those subject matters, and that's it. Then that's because that exactly. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. He said it was worth the money. And see, if I can say that, like I can tell you, Nuke Juice has been a longtime supporter on the Instagram. In the Instagram, I do believe the Instagram also financial supporter on Patreon and the live streams. And I had a conversation with him with a job, with something he wanted to do, and I did not charge any additional money. And I knew that, look, do this, do this, do this. Think about this, think about this, think about this. And that will, because I've already been through the situation so many times. And I've advised people successfully for years and years and years, man. Like I said, I'm 52. I started consulting really and negotiating when I was 24. So I'm over 25 years of doing it at a very high level too. At a very high level. Not at a low level, at a high level. You know? So you should fuck with me on that negotiations. Niggas can't fuck with me, dog. And on your negotiations, if you want negotiations counseling, I'm your nigga for sure. They can't fuck with you. Seriously. Sign up for the Patreon. I'm probably going to do a tier coming later, but I wish you guys would join. You know what I mean? Fannon, I've been wanting to get into boxing business. I have some ideas. Yeah, well, you know, we'll talk about how you go about realizing those things. You know what I mean? Ideas are great. Actions, when ideas are followed by action, right? Then they manifest. That's how that goes. You haven't, see, everybody, we're great at generating ideas, right? The idea. What we get into problem with is how do you execute that idea? How do you make that idea become a reality? And that is the planning. You know what I mean? That's the planning. That's the politics, right? That's the resource allocation. There's a lot of things that go into that after you get your idea. So 5 people can have the same idea and often do. But do they have the commitment to follow through? And if they have the commitment to follow through, do they have the plan that they need to follow steps, right? They have risks. Are they mitigating their risks? Do they understand, you know, look, man, what happens if, you know, I want to make this decision, but I got risks associated with this. I'm going to have to leave my job. It might stress my wife out at home. You know, those type of things you need to take into consideration when you're starting a business. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's not a one size fit all thing either. So you can't really go and feel like, oh, I'll just go read this book and that's going to fix you. Nah, man, you're going to need some consultation and you're going to need some type of direction specifically for yourself, you know, and not cookie cutter shit. Shit that's like, all right, man, do you really want your wife to do this job for you? That's going to add a lot of stress. That's going to make the job harder to do. You may get less satisfaction out of it, right? Oh, you're employed now. Okay, how long do you think it'll take? How much money do you think you need to start your business? And how long do you think it'll take you to replace your income completely? So if you make $60,000 here, you're going to have to make that up, $60,000 here, before you quit in order to do it safely. And since it's going to take a little bit of time, you're going to have to basically do enough during every week to push that thing along. Because, you know, it's not, if you try to switch from one business, hey, thanks, Breach Ruckus. If you switch from one job to another, you know, you need a transition plan in that, right? Really, you do. And then you're going to want to pull in experts, but not too many experts. And that's what I'm saying. I might as well, because I do that shit so much for you guys anyway, for the people to take advantage of it. A lot of people just think about the boxing, and the boxing's only really about 1/3 of the channel. Truth be told, for my mission, boxing's about 1/3 of it. The actual subject matter of people punching each other. The rest is teaching people contracts, teaching people political relationships, sociology, because politics is a mix of economics, politics, sociology, history. It's a big mix. It's a big mix of it, you know, because it's a science of getting what you need to get done in the environment in which you live, and the environment in which you live includes all of those things. You know what I mean? If you ignore business, if you ignore political science while you go into business, you're going to be a failure. You're never going to succeed like you would if you paid attention to it. I'm telling you. Breach Rockers, I get up, I get and look for you every day. I appreciate it. I get up and look for you every day. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. And thank you for supporting the Instagram channel, man. That really does mean a lot, man. C-Max said, at some point I will get with you. I got to get my cash ash up, need some advice. Just, dog, C-Mac, I see you enough. Just hit me on the, DM me on Instagram, and that's enough. You know, you know what it is. You know what it is. Like I said, I'm not charging full price for this shit. I'm giving it away. All I'm trying to do is cover my administrative costs. That's it. Administrative costs. I got to pay for the shit that I do. So if I get 100 Patreons and it's $10, that's $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month means I pay for the internet, and I pay for any type of, you know, just bucket living type shit. If it's $1,000, that ain't shit. It ain't $250 an hour. It ain't $250 an hour. I'll tell you that. Because I don't want to do that type of work anymore. They're just such fucking snakes, dog. Like, I don't want to fucking work for snakes no more. Like, seriously. Cats I used to work for, I still work with them. I just don't work for them. You know what I mean? So if they want something from me, that shit's got to be on the straight up, homie. You know what I mean? It's got to be on the straight up. I'm not undercharging for shit. You know what I mean? So, like, if I do this for you and I know it's worth a way fucking more money than what I'm doing, all I'm saying is give me my administrative costs, dog. I ain't trying to look for I'm not trying. That's just respect. You know what I mean? That's just respect. And I don't mind asking for that at all. I'll ask for a little respect anytime. But you know what I mean? If I cut a deal with you, dog, if I help you get a deal that can make you, you know, $5 million, you know what I mean? $10 for the $10, $100, $120 a year, nigga, come on, man. And that includes all you big ass niggas that steal my shit and go do it. Okay? All you big ass niggas steal my shit and go do it. My niggas better be getting that money. I know that. But I know my niggas are getting the money, so it don't matter. You know what I mean? They pay their bills. You know what I mean? They pay their bills. I'm talking about you niggas that get the advice and don't pay your bills. That shit is just tacky as fuck, man. Don't take more and then not acknowledge it, dog. 5% on $1 million deal, I wouldn't do it. I can make my own $1 million deal. If I'm going to get $1 million deal, I'm going to go get my own $1 million deal. How can I advise you on how to get your deals done if I'm asking you for a cut of your deal? I don't need a cut of your deal. Fuck you and your deal. Take your deal. I don't want your deal. I'll get my own deal as long as you don't take my deal. If I tell you a deal that I'm working on and you take my deal, that's some bullshit. But if you deal, take your deal. I don't need no money on your deal. For what? Make your money. Just don't stand in the way of my deal. Because I know you bitch niggas stood in the way of several of my fucking deals. Okay? You thought you stood in the way of my deals. You didn't. All you did is make my deal have to get worked through somebody other than me. The shit still happened. And I'm still getting my money. However, you made it a little more difficult to get my money because you niggas do shit like that. And that's the truth. You niggas cock block like bitches. Straight up. Cock block like bitches. Oh, I'm going to do that. When somebody thinks of a new idea and you bite their shit, you cock blocking. Somebody gets a good idea doing something real nice and you bite that shit. That is some cock blocking bullshit. You not only cheating by taking somebody else's content, and relabeling it for yourself. You're also them their own ingenuity and the boost that they could get from being unique. You're a fucking leech. You're fucking leeches. And I guess why I give my shit away for free. Example, all that Gary Russell shit with Devin Haney, I was like, have the channel talk. I ain't want no money for this. No way, because I ain't going to get no money on it. So why do I want money from it? See, that ain't even no hate. That is just telling you the truth. The people getting paid in that deal would have been Gary Russell Jr. and Devin Haney. Not me. Gary wasn't giving me no money. Never asked him for it. Devin wasn't going to give me no money. Never asked him for it. You know why? Because they couldn't pay me for that. No way. How much you going to pay me on a deal that's going to make y'all $3 million? How much? Seriously. If there's $6 million between the two, am I getting 5%? 10% is $600,000. 5% is $300,000 for orchestrating that. You think they were going to give me $300,000? Fuck no. It'd have been a breach of contract. So I'm like, you guys can't even pay me. You can't even pay me for what I just did. As soon as I act like that, then if I take payment, then I'm competing with his managers and acting as a manager. Tortious interference with contractual relations. No, nigga, I'm a YouTube commentator. This is my opinion. Do what the fuck you want to do. I'm not falling for that shit. Yeah, it'd be $150,000 a piece. No. Samuel Vargas. I'll tell you this is the truth. There's a young boxer. I'm not Samuel Vargas. There's a young boxer who I helped get an offer from a major boxing organization. He chose not to sign with him, and he signed with another one, right? Did I ever tell that young man who to sign with? No. It's not my decision. That's your deal. Did I ask them for any money? No. That's your deal. You guys have been fighting and running and doing all that shit for the last 15 years. Why do I deserve any money off that shit? I don't deserve no money off that shit. Hey, this guy might want to sign you. Talk to him. If you like it, sign with him. If you don't like him, don't sign with him. If you like the guy that wants to sign with him, that offers you something else, sign with him. And I'll see you later on in your life. Hey, dude, knock motherfuckers out so that I can say I knew you, because that's all I need. I never asked Errol Spence Jr. for no money for anything I've ever done, any video I've ever done. I've never asked for him any money. Never. Gary, no money. Shakur, no money. None of it. No money from any of you. Ask these guys that write these other articles who's paying them. Ask who's paying them. Because they're getting paid to interview you. I'm paying money. Over on Instagram, they're getting paid to interview you. No doubt about it. They ain't on YouTube. How do you survive on Instagram as a boxing channel? I'm very curious to know. There's no money coming in there. You don't get any money for Instagram. You barely get any money for Facebook. YouTube is where the money is. And you need ads for that. So you don't have a YouTube presence, but yet you can support yourself interviewing fighters? Nah, nigga, you making your money somewhere else, nigga. You making your money slick, nigga. You making your money somewhere else, homeboy. Yeah, you are. Either a promoter's paying you or you got another gig that pays you enough money to afford that equipment and do that shit for free. I don't believe niggas do shit for free. And if a nigga doing shit for free, it's because that shit costs way more than you can afford. If I do shit for free for you, that's because I'm doing shit you can't afford to pay for. And I do it all the time, dog. All the time. In fact, let me do it right now before I get off. BATNA. BAFTA. Best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Look it up. How to deal with difficult people. Read it. You'll blitz niggas. Get your fallacies together. Memorize your logical fallacies. Memorize them. Recognize them and practice. You'll blast everybody in debates. Everybody. They will have no choice but to tell you the truth or pull out a gun. They're going to do one of two things when you rile these niggas to death with finite math. When I run through you with finite math, you're going to do one of two things. You're going to admit you're wrong, or you're going to try to shoot me. One of the two. Because the paper ain't going to work, nigga. So you're going to need the knife. You ain't got the people, nigga, because you're one person and you a bitch, nigga. You're going to try to use them fucking scissors because you can't fuck with this paper, nigga. So I'm going to use this rock. Bow! And bash that shit. Trust me. Now, is that not worth $10 a month? Do you know the metaphysical? You guys like metaphysics. Do you know the metaphysical brilliance in that statement? Do you understand the depth of that statement? Do you? And you think I'm talking about a human being, probably. And the only way you think it is if you that nigga. Only way you think it's you is if you guilty of cock blocking my deals by hating on me every day, Bob Arum. Every day, Bob. It's you, Bob Arum. It's you, bitch nigga. And I told you, before I get off this shit, I'm going to tell you again, bitch nigga. Come get me, big bad fuck boy. Come get me. I don't need your fucking money. You ain't got enough money to get me to shut up, nigga. Ain't got enough money. You got $300 million and ain't got enough money to shut me up, nigga. Do you? Do you? Nope. Because you're broke, nigga. Because you're broke. Because you're broke, nigga. Because you're broke. And I ain't putting this shit on punch drunk. Because that nigga punch drunk. I ain't putting that shit on boxing IQ. That nigga dumb. I ain't bringing that shit on showbiz. That nigga's a clown. Those niggas are supported by you. You. Fuck nigga. And I'll prove it. And blow all them niggas out the water. Who's paying you, nigga? Who's paying you? Bob Arum ain't floating around for no fucking reason. Floating around, nigga. Flying niggas to Vegas. Nigga, please. Anyway, I'm out. Fuck you, nigga. And I'm going to be back tomorrow. Watch. And I'm going to be back tomorrow. And I'll be out walking in the streets. So feel free, bitch nigga. Fuck you. And that is comedy. Pure jokes. All comedy. Just jokes. Just jokes. I promise you. I swear. Just jokes. From a crazy nigga. You know, a crazy nigga. I holla.